because the transaction is not written into the blockchain forever, yes, it can travel. So turning a transaction into an agent means it's more flexible. It's still immutable, that's very important, but it can travel. It can travel from blockchain A to blockchain B. It can travel from blockchain registry in the phone to a blockchain registry in the server, and so on. And this is another functionality we established, that the transactions, yes, know a state in a virtual machine, and the transaction does something which we call now Oracle or Watchman, yes, or I don't know, external trigger, yeah, and it's not outside of the system anymore, it's inside of the system and it's inside of the transaction. So the transaction becomes way more powerful. The transaction knows exactly, I'm a transaction related to steel bars. First I have to reside in the validation machine which approves the chemical composition. When this is done, I have to reside in the ERP system of the company which buys the steel bar, and then I have to exist in the machine which produces out of the steel bar a final product. Yeah? And every time we have a single transaction, it can follow this chain of logic, chain of supply, yes, and record data. And finally it can come back to the main chain and then register everything. And we have again created a completely new kind of track and trace, traceability, transfer of values, transfer of information, and turning data into value again. So this is done via virtual machine. The virtual machine can freeze, and when the transaction travels from place A to place B, it has the full state. And when it starts to process and execute, it doesn't start from scratch. It starts exactly where it stopped last time. Yeah? This was formerly called mobile agent. Yes? It's one of the few technologies which are not common knowledge now. So everything from this time, late 80s, is more or less now, meanwhile, very well established. User interfaces, mobiles, AI, yes? But mobile agents didn't catch on. I think, that's my personal opinion, that mobile agent as transactions inside a blockchain are a breakthrough technology.